in the World Pool Championship. In our last quarter-final, Finland's Iceman Mika Immonen faced Dutchman Feijen. We'll pick up that match with Feijen 7-8 down in the 16th rack.
Where's this 2 going? Has a marvellous chance here to go 9-7 and really put the pressure on Feijen. The longer he keeps Feijen in his chair now, the more he's going to suffer. He's had the best opportunities in this match.
But as you've suggested, he looks more confident when in stroke. He looks in better shape when he's in action. Yeah,
he does. Feijen's lost his confidence. He may well have had his chips. But it's all gone wrong. And he had the chance, and you throw it away at this level, and in a way, because you've had the experience that when you have thrown it away, you get punished. In a way, you're looking to be punished.
Yeah, reverse psychology, and there's a sort of droop around the bottom lip, slight quiver. So he knows that Immonen, just the sort of player of immense international experience, goes to America a lot, rubs shoulders with the Rempis, the Stricklands, the Archers on a daily basis. Just the lad to sail into the last 4 fairly swiftly.
Marvellous play from Mika Immonen of Finland. It has very much become a game of 3 different continents. 9-ball pool originated obviously in the United States of America. The game that was shown in the film The Hustler with Paul Newman has now been more or less eliminated. The game of 14-1 straight pool in favour of the much more aggressive 9-ball pool. And I'm not too sure of the history of 9-ball pool, but as soon as the game became popular, the Filipinos, because of the American influence, I'm sure, took up the game of 9-ball. It's spread across most of Asia now. Filipinos amongst the best players in the world. Chinese, Taipei have taken it to heart. And I think perhaps the latest batch, the Europeans, who have come up very much on the blind side, spearheaded by the German contingent, Ralf Souquet, Oliver Ortmann, Ralf Eckhart, so many more. And now we have different forces around the world battling it out here at Cardiff for the privilege of being the Admiral World 9-ball champion.
And Immonen taking out the jump equipment.
Daring Feijen to play the jump, and now playing himself. Impossible, I would have thought, unless he can just get over the side. He's playing the pot. He's got to hit it softly, otherwise the white ball, cue ball jumps off the table. I thought he was playing safe, but oh my goodness, what a shot that was! That's a match winner if ever you see one. Immonen potting the ball, soft jump, keeping the cue ball on the table, and position. Everything's going Mika's way.
Is it ever?
What skill. Just got to remain calm now. After a big shot, sometimes you can play a poor shot. Just steady yourself down.
Might have happened a couple of years ago when he was sometimes thought by some to be too aggressive, but the act smacking down of the red 3 with the jump kill, just the sort of thing to jack up your own confidence as well as put one in the ribs of your opponent.
Got a bit of squeaky chalk there. Of course, the squeaky chalk used in lots of pool halls around the world to put your opponent off. Cost a little bit more than the normal chalk.
Can you buy chalk to squeak easy?
You can't buy a play like this. I know that. Hours of practice and dedication gone into the performance here that Mika's showing us.
Interesting list of favourite players. Immonen, Francisco Bustamante, Figues, Ralph Souquet, Figues, Alison Fisher.
Well, to ask him about that. What a shot that was. That was confident. Obviously didn't like rolling it in. Alison.
Middle draw for black.
Alison Fisher was my favourite player when we played in the mixed doubles competition. She was my partner and we used to clean up.
And since going to America, she has cleaned up as she ever in the last 4 or 5 years on the ladies' pool circuit. Unbeatable.
Well, yes, she has, until all of a sudden Karen Kaur, the other world champion from the UK, decided to switch to the 9-ball game as well. Karen Kaur, in the space of a year, has started to make inroads as well, but Mika is making big inroads into this competition. It's in. Is he on the 2? Is he not? Well, 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 well. Praying for a leave. Blue 2 on one stage was going to go in. If it hadn't have got a bounce, would he have been on the 3? No, he wouldn't have either. Can't get more snookered than that. So, a push-out situation. And another tactical decision. Where to push out to.
Push out.
Any ideas on the push-out position?
Absolutely not again, Sid. The push-out is a lifetime of experience, I can assure you. You could have 3 or 4 players sitting in a committee room discussing a push-out of a set of a layout of balls, and they could be there half an hour discussing which is the best position for the push-out. Some are more obvious than others, but you can see problems with every type of push-out, because of course you can be put back in again. Therein lies the problem. You are at a disadvantage if you have to push out, but it's more of a disadvantage if you were making the 1 ball and snookered on the 2 and you had to shoot the shot for real. So that's why they introduced the push-out, to try and get the game a bit fairer off the mark. Mika has tempted Feijen, I believe, into the long pot with absolutely no guarantee of position on the 2. I've got a feeling that this does pot. Yep, it goes past the 5. Very difficult to get back out onto the 3 off the bottom cushion and behind the 8. A power strike. He can get past, I think. I just think he can sneak past that pink 4 into half a pocket. A very big problem Mika's set himself, set Neil here. Can he put him back in? He doesn't want to put him back in. He fancies that Mika fancies the shot.
part of the mind games that go on
He's telling himself
within 9-ball.
Sorry, Sid, I do apologise. Once again, getting excited about this challenge. Bluff and double bluff.
Fascinating stuff.
Something you don't get in snooker or darts, this particular tactical battle.
No, it's usually fairly obvious what has to be done in certain situations, and he is completely perplexed. Mind, Immonen can win in this rack, so the pressure totally on the Dutchman.
There is a limit to how long Michaela Tab will allow him to think, but of course it's a very difficult situation, and it's the World Championship, so there are some tournaments where there's a time limit for every shot, but I think you have to make your mind up on the severity of the problem. But he's taken a long time over this. If he did put Mika back in, I think Mika would have gone to sleep by now.
Yeah. And to brush the cobwebs off his cue. And here he goes again. And I think it's at her discretion if she hurries him up or not, obviously.
But if you're that undecided, you might as well make the guy play it again.
True. Here we go then. Could be a saver. Could be a sucker. Well, he tried to take the orange in, I think. And this could be, it could be Grace, because there's a long blue 2 open.
Just sneaks past the 7. Also is potable into the top left-hand pocket. We've seen a lot of players refuse the open pocket into the blind pocket because sometimes the ball will be accepted by the rail and the cushion cut better. Whichever way, not ideal position on the red 3. But as long as he can see it, he can pot it. Very thin snick into the middle. That won't be an option. Certainly won't be an option. He's lining up the pot into the top left-hand pocket. When we look at our normal view, into the top left-hand, withdraw that.
Brilliant.
That is as good a shot as you've seen all day long on our match table here. Killing the pace of the white ball, getting the angle perfectly on the blue too. You couldn't even split the pocket completely there.
Yeah, the best part of the shot was killing the white to make the rest of the run out easy peasy pudding pie.
Killer instinct Mika has shown today. Feijen has had his chance. He blew it.
Yeah, took it a 6-2. And Immonen has looked in great shape. Confident with his pot in.
Has to get the cue ball escaped from that corner. Doesn't want to be leaving himself too long a 6. Left himself off the cushion there to get close to the 6. This is just an exhibition of marvellous play. Confidence.
Easy here to flick this rightward as we look and go round the 9 to put the 9 in the same pocket. And he was confident enough to give the victory salute a little prematurely. Immonen is through after the Dutchman rattled to 6-2. Immonen books his place in the last 4.
So 8 players became 4. This, the semi-final lineup. Lai against Suke and Mika Immonen taking on the Dancing Bear.